Hi guys, welcome back to more episodes of Ozark. We're moving on to episode 7 of season 3. That last episode brought a bit more information about Wendy's brother, Ben, into focus, just as to how bad he can be. We've not seen an awful lot of that. I have a feeling because it's been mentioned, we're going to. Especially since he'd already decided to go off for his meds because of what was going on between him and Ruth. Meanwhile, Wendy and Marty are... if there's ever a cause for a couple that should be divorced, these two are it. They are undermining each other at every opportunity, and they're not holding back anymore. At all. Meanwhile, we've still got all this going on with the Navarro cartel. And we don't know where any of this is going to end up. Anyway, let's carry on. This is episode 7.
Maybe you can explain why we found the truck 100 miles across the state when it was scheduled to be at the casino this morning.
You'll have to ask Frank Jr.
Yeah.
That's his department.
We've uncovered more about your boss's operation in the past 6 hours than we have in the past 6 months.
Shit.
You want to tell me what the fuck is going on here, Marty?
Do you?
I was as blindsided as you, Frank.
So what the fuck?
My boss is in a war with the Lagunas drug cartel. This was payback. You're pissed, I understand. You got every right to be.
Pissed?
Yep.
3 of my men were killed. 3. I got raided by the feds, and my son is getting pulled in for questioning. I watched those boys grow up. Their families are calling me non-stop.
Right.
What the hell am I supposed to tell them?
You tell them the truth. You tell them that you're as upset as they are, but cooler heads, Frank. That's the only way we're going to get through this intact.
And this girl of yours? How the fuck does she come out of this alive?
See, this is the problem with gangsters. Once shit goes south, or they lose men, we're quite happy to off anyone else. But as soon as they lose men and they lose resources, or they lose money, even though this isn't their money, the boss here himself, he's doing precisely what the FBI want him to do, lose control. Which is why Marty's like, just calm down. Acceptable losses. It's called collateral damage. The government use that term all the time. Why do you think they use it? Because it's acceptable. You're not delivering ice cream here.
Now, if we impounded your car, what are the chances your tire tracks would be a match?
If a set of tire tracks is your smoking gun, you better get ready to bring in the whole damn county for questioning.
I think you were there this morning.
My daddy was in prison for most of my life. I hoped things would change when he got out.
They didn't.
But he just picked up right where he left off.
If I left now, it'd be a huge red flag to the FBI and they come after us.
It's all the more reason to get a head start.
You're not listening.
No.
I can't just pick up and leave.
What the fuck did my sister say?
She's just looking out for you.
Yeah. Which part did she leave with? Part about me being bipolar, part about how you shouldn't be seeing me?
She said he stopped taking your medication.
Agent Maya? Well, she didn't seem particularly in our pocket.
I'm working on that.
I suggest you work faster.
He's not gotten anywhere.
I think you understand that a person in your position who gets this much notoriety invites intervention from the U.S. government. You've been smart. You've kept a lower profile than your rivals. And your investment in us is an extension of that.
What the hell have you done?
Who's that?
Oh no. Kind of old age pensioner. Can she even get in and out of the damn thing?
We're okay.
Well, it's a hell of a car for a shrink.
Isn't
I
it?
heard about that truck assault
Oh, you
on
silly
the radio.
cow.
Okay.
They're saying that was mob related.
Yeah,
What the fuck's this?
Well, you are always trying to control everything.
Got it.
Loosen up a little sparkle in your step.
No.
Please get back in the toy and leave.
No,
Okay.
listen.
Everything okay?
Not
She
really.
came by to check on us, but leaving now.
Good to see you, Wendy. Trust the process.
Unreal. Do you know nothing? She can't even start the damn thing.
You don't have to run.
I need food for the ride. Can you pack me
He's
some
losing it.
sandwiches?
He's
chips?
losing all.
Anything?
No one knows we were there, Ben. There's no one coming after us, we're safe.
I was trying to protect Ruth. She would be dead right now if it wasn't for me.
You put my son in danger.
How is that boy walking around like there's nothing wrong? How are you sitting here and acting like this is all normal?
This picture's a little blurry. I'm sure you recognize him. Tommy Walsh, primary suspect in the casino arson investigation.
You were working him as a CI?
You found out Tommy was working for us and got your cartel to solve the problem. Same.
You all so far off.
Are they accusing me of money laundering or staging this hit?
Piece of shit was working our kids this entire time. Do you know that he was actually trying to fuck my teenage daughter?
Yeah, he was.
They're just trying to get the KC mob to turn on us.
I know.
Smoke us out any way they can. So, get a new phone. Call Wendy. Tell her to sweep the house for bugs.
You knew, you fucking knew. So you had them killed. That's why you switched locations.
Listen
That's
to
how
me.
it could appear.
I'm sorry about your friends.
Because if you remember, on that last drop, she was the one who was insistent that they change locations this time. So from his point of view, A least to B least to C, except he's not seeing the bigger picture here, and that was a proper professional hit that came out of nowhere. Do you really think just because one of your guys was found out to be a CI that they would smoke $20 million just to take out a hit on him? They'd have just dumped him in a fucking field somewhere. They wouldn't have lost 20 million over him. No one's worth that.
You think I wanted to be here dealing with you? My fucking dad giving me a bullshit babysitting job, and I can't even keep them safe.
Marty, something weird's going on. An FBI agent just came up to me and started asking me for all sorts of records. What do I do? Okay, it doesn't feel very okay.
They're just trying to spook you. These agents, they've got quotas, and low-hanging fruit gets the job done. Okay.
What's gonna happen here?
Hey.
What the hell? That's disgusting. And that, if nothing else, proves he's a coward.
She's out of the operating room. There was no internal bleeding, so they had to operate.
Fuck.
You know, the fucking FBI did that to her. They pointed Frank Jr. right at her.
Yeah, they did.
Have you talked to Frank Sr.?
They don't care.
It's my next stop.
So that's it? Is it things get hard and you just want to pawn me off on Dad?
No. Well, I thought you'd be happy. I mean,
He lives at the office. Just gonna get stuck listening to his girlfriend talk about thigh gaps and vegan cheese.
Is that what you think this is, a mistake?
The kid lost 3 of his friends. He wasn't thinking straight.
I don't give a crap.
He's a grown man. He beat the shit out of a girl half his size. She was
Thank
part of
you.
my family. You know that?
And those boys were part of my son's family.
Oh, is that right? Because one of them was a CI. I mean, how much did that kid already give to the feds? You have any idea?
No, you
Was he
don't, do
wearing a
you?
wire? Was anybody else compromised?
Cooler heads, Marty. Remember?
Fuck that. You can't control your son, and you didn't know Tommy was a snitch. You're a fucking liability, and we're done.
You're useless.
You really want to do this?
Yeah.
You come anywhere near me, my family, or Ruth again, the next time you see your son, he's gonna be hanging from a bridge in Juarez. You got that?
My boss just got a file with the intel you tried to pitch me. What are you doing?
Let me guess, they want you to reopen the case?
They do.
Good.
Agree.
And now you're going around, you're intimidating gamblers on my floor. You want me to be your asset, you learn how to be a better handler.
You gonna tell me what happened between you and Ruth?
There we go.
Don't tell me it's complicated.
She killed my dad. And my Uncle Boyd. Electrocuted them on the dock of the Blue Cat.
Maybe
She had her reasons.
she had a good reason.
See?
Did it to protect Marty Bird.
Oh, if that's the case, your quarrel is not with your cousin, it's with Bird.
Nah, not quite.
Once the Birds turned him against me, it was just a matter of time before he turned his back on everything else we built. I couldn't just stand by and watch that. The man I loved disappeared long before I slipped those terry pits into his coffee.
As their lawyer, it's my job to ensure that their interests are protected, so I would like to discuss your financial relationship with them.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
The money for the car.
Before I answer, Is this conversation covered under attorney-client privilege?
Yes, it is.
You know, I hate being the squeaky wheel, but now that you bring it up...
He's never gonna get a better offer than 18 months and a chance to work with the federal government. That's some criminal fantasy camp shit right there.
You want me to push him to take the deal?
Push.
She
pull. I
isn't
want you to
gonna
do what's
fall
best
for
your
this.
family. He's great at what he does.
Let me be clear on the details.
Here we go.
If he takes the deal, he'll be a convicted felon.
That's right.
Exactly.
Do you know convicted felons can't hold a casino license in Missouri?
Yeah.
I do.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. Bye now.
They found you in the casino parking lot.
That's her not having
But you're
kids.
safe now. I don't want you to wake up alone. Did Frank Jr. do this?
I didn't get a good look.
Because she knows what you'll do.
You must be Frank Jackson. Come in.
Well, we know why he's here. Stupid old woman. You're gonna help him bring all of it down with you stupidity. I was gonna say that looks like destruction software. Yeah. Remove any evidence, $102,000. Damn.
Oh, you had us worried. How are you feeling?
How's it look?
Somebody took me apart and put me back together the wrong way. You know Frank Jr. did this.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right?
Yeah. We've cut ties with the KC mob. You will never have to work with them again.
Frank Jr. crossed the line.
He did.
I'm untouchable. Doesn't really seem like you're putting it into consideration.
Because it can't happen.
You didn't see the look on his face. If someone hadn't scared him off, then he would have killed me.
What he did was unforgivable, and we should have done much more to protect you and Frank Jr. He'll have to answer for his actions, but...
But he won't, will he?
Killing him is not a solution.
Of course it is.
See, you were willing to get rid of a father. And you've been willing to get rid of other problems. If Ruth doesn't get what she wants here, she has two options. She can either just tell Ben the truth and let him take the natural course that he wants to take, which we know anyway, which is why she was saying she didn't really know who did it. She didn't get a clear look at him. But if she tells him, he will go right there and then. Or she could just ask to speak to Helen, because we know Helen will do it, because they don't care. They've no ties with the KC mob now. Why would they give a shit? But what we also have going on in the back burner as well here is, because Darlene's involved with the way that she is with Wyatt at the moment, and she's been completely open with him about what she did with Jacob and saying maybe Ruth had a reason with your father, even Darlene could get involved.
If Charlotte was lying in this bed, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
No, you wouldn't.
That is not true.
No, that is absolutely true. Oh, what an absolute crime.
Do you ever get tired of this?
No, not really.
You gonna carry me around everywhere now?
Hell no. You're heavier than you look. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm gonna give you a minute.
Yeah, you need to.
Who's that?
You don't even know. You've not been here, have you?
Look, I'm sorry I didn't come visit you in the hospital. I just...
You should have
feared
done.
that the birds were gonna be there, and I really didn't...
It's okay.
No, I think I knew the truth. But before you said it out loud.
Yeah, I think you'd already worked it out.
When I woke up in the hospital, there was a split second where I thought I was in my trailer. For a second, none of it happened. You didn't hate me.
I was wrong about that. Who we are ain't so bad. But it's the birds that cursed everything.
He's got a
minute
point.
that they showed up, everything got turned upside down.
Kinda did.
I want to forgive you. I really do. I'm just not there yet.
No, you need time. It's a completely different person now. Damn. Okay, episode 7. I pretty much covered a lot of what I wanted to say in the commentary with that. But there is, you know, like the calm before the storm. Similar to, you know, when you walk into somewhere like a pub or a nightclub or something, or any type of venue, and you can just feel something isn't right in there and it's going to kick off at any moment. That's where I feel we are with this at the moment. All surrounded by Frank Jr. because of what he's done. And I applaud Marty for cutting ties, but that's as far as he's willing to go. He has lines he won't cross until others force him to cross them, or the lines that he won't cross because of that, others have to do it for him. I knew Ruth was going to say, I want you to get rid of him. I want you to kill him. I was supposed to be untouchable. He's supposed to be untouchable. Had the roles been reversed, we would be having this conversation. So it was nice that Wyatt did finally come and see it, but all I'm saying is at the moment, there are 2 or 3 different scenarios where Frank Cosgrove Jr. is going to be taken care of. I don't know how it's going to happen, but there is no way that dude is seen out this season alive. Not a chance. I will be shocked and kind of disappointed if something doesn't happen to him. We've also lost their shrink in this episode because the stupid woman went and bought a McLaren MP4, which is just... That's just standard procedure, isn't it? You've been their counsellor for how long? You already know all the shady stuff that's going on, even though you don't know the details. No one pays that kind of money that's been legitimately earned to an old woman, retired, counsellor or not, in some backwater town for being their shrink. What did you think was going to happen? Seriously. I mean, maybe she's just old and doesn't understand or doesn't realise, like, so live a little. Yeah, but you're waving a flag. It's the same as, you know, it's Goodfellas time. If you just robbed a bank or you're going to do a robbery, you don't go out the following day and start spending to alert the police or the FBI or whoever to go, here's something I've just bought with money that I couldn't possibly have earned, and no explanation as to where it came from. So that's her gone. That's the McLaren gone, which is a damn shame. I'm waiting to see what happens. The other thing now is they are slow burning this Ben character. We've learned a little bit about him and what he's, you know, what his faults are, in particular with his mental health, and he's gotten involved with Ruth. And if he ends up being the one who takes care of this, it's all going to go wrong. I think Ruth would be best speaking to Helen. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but that was a great episode. Right, of course these are extremely long episodes and I can't always tell much of a story when I post them as an edited version on YouTube, so if you do want to watch the full length version, I'm sure you know by now, just check the link down in the description. You can go watch it full length over there. If you're not already subscribed, there is another season of Ozark that's meant to be coming out in the new year in January 2022, so I'm hoping as we get to the end of this season we can just move straight onto that. I don't know any particular release dates or not yet, I think with another couple of episodes left yet. So if you are enjoying this series and you haven't already subscribed, I would appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up and hit that sub. I will see you for episode 8 next week. Take care.